Hello, my Gen X friends. Look, I voted. I did it. How about you? Did you vote? If you haven't, I hope you do, because we do have that privilege as American citizens. But hey, I totally get it. If you're like, why, what's the point? The Electoral College decides the vote. I'm not that crazy about the two candidates, so I have to choose between the lesser of two evils, all that kind of thing. I get all that. I feel you. I get it. I made my choice. I stand behind my choice 1,000%. I'm unapologetic about who I voted for. I'm not willing to debate anyone. You can feel free to vote for who you want to vote for. I am not being an activist on social media about who I'm voting for, even though, yes, I'm passionate about some of the issues. It's just not something I want to put my energy towards. I think people are pretty well decided. I think that it's pretty polarizing to the point where each person feels their candidate is the one that's telling the truth, that their candidate is the one that's going to do right by the country, their candidate is going to do right by their bank accounts, by their health care, by their freedom of choice, whatever it is, and think the other candidate is totally full of shit. Everybody thinks their research is correct, their resources that they have found to do their research is correct. So, really, what's the point? Only thing I know, like I said yesterday, that I can control only myself. I can make the decisions for me and my family. That's where I speak. That's where I'm choosing to make my voice heard, is that I made my vote. I'm speaking there, and I will continue to do what I feel is right by my family, no matter who wins. So I wanted to remind y'all today that I know there's so much going on, and it feels like there's a lot at stake here, and there may be, right? We don't know for sure what's going on in Washington, D.C. None of us are there. None of us are in the White House. None of us are in their heads, okay? We all know that corporate interests really influence a lot, no matter which side of the house you're on. There's no swamp to be drained. The whole system is kind of its own swamp right now, and I don't know. Everyone's free to have their own opinions, but we really do, in my opinion, need an overhaul of the complete two-party system, and we need to really, I think, welcome in the younger generations to our leadership, and I feel like they are going to make some big changes in the future. We're not quite there yet. We're taking baby steps in that direction, but I want to remind you that you are empowered to make decisions for yourself, no matter who wins. Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's a savior. Nobody's going to change everything. No president can make all these decisions on their own. There's Congress, there's Supreme Court. They can't always go through with their campaign promises. It's a crazy system, driven, unfortunately, by a lot of corporate profit and greed that doesn't really consider us valuable. We're expendable, and I hope that will change in the future. But guess what? You can still make decisions that keep your family safe, that keep your family healthy, that keep your family prosperous and abundant with finances or with love, with friendship, with relationships. You can choose to do all of that. No one can take that away from you. You're still free to have your own opinions, your own thoughts. You're free to set your own course in your life. And even though they may come in and make changes to policies or laws, usually there is still a solution that might work for you. There's still a way to do things differently other than what they're saying. There's still a way to keep yourself empowered. And maybe that will be the time for more activism. Hold them accountable, no matter who wins. Hold that candidate and their administration accountable. And continue to make yourself heard if there are policies and changes made that you're not happy with. But right now, we still live in America. We still have a lot of freedom for the most part compared to other parts of the world. And let's have some gratitude for that we can even talk about this on video. There are places where you can't agree with leadership, or you face serious consequences. You can't speak freely on a video like this. Let's appreciate and be grateful for what we do have. We know there's still a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of injustice in our country, right? I think some racial injustice for sure. injustice against our indigenous brothers and sisters, just injustice sometimes against women. Like, there's still a lot of work to be done. Don't get me wrong. Okay, don't get it twisted. And I'm all for that. I'm all for equality and freedom for all, because there's a saying that says, if we're not all free, then none of us are free. And I truly believe that. I believe in karma. So I think we have some changes to make. We have some work to do. But at the same time, like I said, no matter what happens, you get to choose peace. You get to choose how you want to live your life. You get to be in control of yourself, your thoughts, your words, your actions, your decisions. So who do you want to be? What do you want to see happen in your life? Who are you giving your power away to? And how can you still continue to live your best life no matter who the fuck is in office? You do have the power to control this. Please remember that.